The time has come for lions to tell I own story. Yes, you're listening to Lion's Voice. I is RasTafari hailing from the island of St. Croix. Yeah, I'm bringing to you Rastafari vibes. Can you feel it? Rastafari. Babylon born when Rasta come together. Can you feel it? Rastafari, because Babylon done when I and I come together. Look how we live together, look how we work together, Oh, Babylon done when Rasta come together. Hail I, Rastafari, His Majesty and EmpressMenen bless. Yeah man, hailing from RasTafari.
The time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lion's Voice. Now put it, I jolly for say that.
If the youth of the country are not gainfully employed or self-employed, they should blame themselves and not the society which has educated them at great expense and sacrifice. The young generation can be a credit to society if it is dedicated to serve the common interests of the community. Examples of such dedication are not lacking, and that is one of the objectives of education.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabet is giving birth in a place called Erjersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. LIDJ father, RasTafari, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. RasTafari is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. RasTafari knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. LIDJ would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
As you know how we like to do it here, I'm going to read a speech of His Majesty and set the context for the reasoning how His Majesty advised the young people, the young adults of Ethiopia as it relates to economic development. Because we're going to kick away the false concepts. You know what I mean? We don't worship money, but money is necessary, you know, to build a family. So if you're thinking about having children, continuing your lineage, then you must engage in economic development. So let me read. We're reading from the important utterance. The important utterances. You know, we talk about the selected speeches. This is the next key. The important utterances goes later into the 70s. So that is it. And this applies to all of Africa. So I want the item to listen close what this Majesty said. He says, statistics, glory to the word, glory to the sound. Glory to the Holy One of creation, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. It can't get me out of I myself, Maya being Statistics reveal that the youth constitute a large portion of Ethiopia's population. Therefore, her economic development will depend on the new vigor, new interest, and new spirit of the youth. The purpose of education is not merely to commission an individual for permanent employment, but to make him self-reliant and equip him with the faculty for creativity. One should stand on one's own feet, shunning idleness and indefinite dependence on one's parents. This is hard. This, of course, demands discipline and determination. The youth we have educated have an obligation to serve the community from which they come. Their participation in the nationwide programs of the country is eagerly awaited. Our almighty given natural resources, whether in the highlands or the lowlands, are ideal for various agricultural enterprises. You see agribusiness there? If the youth of the country are not gainfully employed or self-employed, they should blame themselves and not the society which has educated them at great expense and sacrifice. The young generation can be a credit to society if it is dedicated to serve the common interests of the community. Examples of such dedication are not lacking, and that is one of the objectives of education. So the whole education is to prepare people to earn money. This was given November 2nd, 1969, speech from the throne. So this is law, uttered from the throne. So all of the learning that you have done to get you to the point where you accept the divinity of His Imperial Majesty, to the extent where you identify as a Pan-African person, for those who may not be Rastafari but love the content. Once you reach that level of elevated consciousness, then that education prepares you to go out and earn money, because this is what is so crucial, and this is what's stopping. If I was in another community and I launched the Lion Voice Network and I launched an appeal for Patreon, for all of these things, within 2 months, the thing full up, thousands. I know that I community is very difficult because of the lack of trust, the lack of self-love, the fact that you have to earn, your space, whereas in other communities, they are more willing to invest in things that they see that are beneficial to the community. I'm willing, as I said, to be up at the front line and to fight so that we can see ourselves within the fullness of our glory and that we support. So that's what we're going to talk about, is the economics of relationships for young brethren. And one of the things that we will talk about, we're going to give 5 reasons why economics are crucial and critical, and why in your 20s you need to be making preparations. You need to hold that monastic trad. Things can happen. I'm not saying things, I'm not naive, I'm not delusional. I know things can happen, but your intent has a big part to play. So if you're out there and go dance and a roam and a look, you're gonna find. Whereas if you are seeking your purpose, you're implementing your purpose, you are much more likely, even if you do link with a sister, to link with someone that's going to end up being your queen, your helpmate, and someone that's going to help you to elevate and make this world a better place. And that's what we need right now in this Armageddon. Loosey goosey, now help me. You understand? All right.
She's like the flowers in my garden, and her heart has never hardened, and she give me loving in the morning. Babylon, you are go far without no warning. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could have be my children's mother. But no struggle, so we both could help each other, and then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could have be my children's mother. But no struggle, so we both could help each other. Started in the village, now we in the city. Journey where we have together, everybody see. Spent a little time out in captivity. Babylon, their plan was to destroy the family. Still I want you to bring a child for me. Maybe in the spring when birds are sing lovely. Maybe we could plan to have a summer baby. I can be the man that you depend on. Put the pen to the paper, made a love song. Babylon, they separated us for so long, and the reason that they hated us was so wrong. Still the most High, he created us, we so strong. Then same Kushite and the Dogon. Love your melanin, no follow for them program. Black woman, me not go pass on you for no one. No, no one, that's my slogan. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could have be my children's mother. But no struggle, so people could help each other. Then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could have be my children's mother. But no struggle, so we both could help each other. She's like the oxygen in my flame. Loving where we have nobody can contain. Love so powerful, survive shackle and chain. Love it cross the ocean way before planes. Love survive them torture, rape and dear pain. When one escape, then the other get blame. That's why I never put no one above you. That's why I'm not ashamed to say I love you. That's why them dirty Babylon, they judge you. Feel the power when I kiss and when I hug you. Hold you for hours when I think about how they grudge you. I'm a lion, so I never gonna bug you.